Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video, here to go over what I believe is Valve's first response to payment processors saying anything. Now, Mastercard put out a tweet a little while ago about the clarification on recent headlines on gaming content, and they just got absolutely cooked for that, given that, a lot of people think, Mastercard's not being completely genuine with what they posted, so we'll talk about that and Valve's response. Valve put out a response on August the 1st, so I'm a couple days late on this, so we'll give you guys the updates. Mastercard put out a tweet August the 1st as well. This was August the 1st in the morning, clarifying recent headlines on gaming content. Mastercard has not evaluated any game or required restrictions of any activity on game creator sites and platforms contrary to media reports and allegations. Our payment network follows standards based on the rule of the law. Put simply, we allow all lawful purchases on our network. At the same time, we require merchants to have appropriate controls to ensure Mastercard cards cannot be used for unlawful purchases, including illegal adult content. That tweet has 8.7 million views, 7,000 likes, and 8,000 responses. So, quite a lot of responses there, and let's just be honest, it's a lot of people calling Mastercard out, not believing Mastercard, etc., etc. Valve put out a response. In a statement to Kotaku, a spokesperson for Valve said that while Mastercard did not communicate with it directly, concerns did come through payment processor and banking intermediaries that they said that payment processors rejected Valve's current guidelines for moderating illegal content on Steam, citing Mastercard's rule of 5.12.7. Mastercard did not communicate with Valve directly despite our request to do so. Valve's statement was sent over email to Kotaku, reads, Mastercard's communicated with payment processors and their acquiring banks. Payment processors communicated this with Valve, and we replied by outlining Steam's policy since 2018 of attempting to distribute games that are illegal for distribution. Payment processors rejected this and specifically cited Mastercard's rule 5.12.7 and risk to Mastercard's brand. Now, that rule specifically notes a merchant must not submit to its acquirer and a customer must not submit to the interchange system any transaction that is illegal or in the sole destruction of the corporation, may damage the goodwill of the corporation, or reflect negatively on the marks. It goes on, the sale of a product or service, including an image which is patently offensive and lacks serious artistic value, such as by the way of and not limited to images of non-consensual sexual behavior, sexual exploitation of a minor, non-consensual mutilation of a person or body part, and bestiality, or any other material that the corporation deems unacceptable to sell in connection with a mark. The issue is, whenever you get into this territory of it's patently offensive and lacks serious artistic value, there's no specific nature to that. How do you define what lacks artistic value, or how do you define what the corporation deems unacceptable to sell? Again, that's defined by the corporation. The corporation can define, oh, today we woke up and we decided this was offensive to our brand. That's what they literally can do. So it's really irrelevant what games are available. If they wake up tomorrow and they decide, hey, we really don't like these violent games where you can run around in an open world and cause as much mayhem as possible, well then guess what? They are within their right. Now, again, are they going to be doing that? Probably not. Probably not, because once a game that actually has some sort of recognition gets pulled, it's GG no re. It's that is going to cause a very big stir, and at that point, I think people would actually completely clown on the payment processors. Right now, you do have that effect of, yes, the payment processors are getting clowned on quite a lot, and they're getting crapped all over. That's why Mastercard, of all places, actually put out a response. If this was an isolated story, Mastercard wouldn't have responded. However, there is some momentum and some traction to this story right now. The reality is there's also a portion of people that are just like, bro, it's sex adventures, bro, it's this game, it's that game, it really doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. So it's still not being taken that seriously by a portion of people. Some other people are taking it super seriously, but there's certainly a portion of people that, until it affects them directly and it affects a game that they care about, then they will actually be upset about it. But for a lot of people, it hasn't affected a game that they care about, so we're all selfish in nature. That's just the reality of life. They're not going to care about something that doesn't affect them directly. And hey, more power to them. Life's got a lot of problems as it is. If it's not affecting them directly right now, they don't have to care about it. Like, I'm not going to force somebody to care about this story, but the reality is it could push and push, and the payment processors having this level of power, in any instance, like, just forget about games for a second, just the fact that the payment processors have this level of power, that should be a little bit concerning. But again, it's something that should be concerning in my opinion to people, but if it hasn't affected people directly or individuals directly, at what point are they going to care about it? Maybe not right now, but if a game like a Detroit, and I keep going back to Detroit because that was a game specifically outlined by Collective Shout that they wanted to go after, gets pulled, I feel like, okay, that game getting pulled would send shockwaves in the gaming community, and it would be a story everybody would be covering. But Valve responding to it, look, I'm happy that they gave some sort of response, but the rule that they cite is a rule, and that's, again, what the intermediaries responded to them with. That rule, if it's just gonna be a sense of, okay, we can go back and forth with this middleman, we'll get hit with this rule, that's not gonna accomplish anything. When it comes to a rule like that, because there's no actual specificity to it, there is no actual conclusion or some dialogue that can happen. There is no dialogue to be had between Mastercard, the payment processors, and Valve, because you're utilizing your defense. You're utilizing this rule as your defenses, but this rule can be interpreted in a million different ways, and ultimately, the rule comes down to whatever Mastercard or the payment processors decide the rule to be. That's all it is, because again, it's any material that the corporation deems unacceptable. So if an entity like Collective Shout makes a big hoopla about, oh, this material isn't good, you gotta get rid of this, you gotta get rid of that, well, at that point, the corporation can get swayed into thinking, oh, that is unacceptable to sell on this storefront. We gotta do something about it. So that is something that can shift at a moment's notice. These rules that are in place, they're not static. Even though the verbiage in the rules aren't changing, the rules can be interpreted in a million different ways. And if MasterCard wakes up, or any payment processor wakes up one day and decides, oh my god, GTA, oh my god, Detroit Become Human, oh my god, Cyberpunk, which again, those are massive, massive games, and those haven't been hit, but I just bring those to you guys for a talking point. If they decide, oh my god, this game needs to get pulled, they can do that. They're in their rights based on how these rules are outlined. Now, that'll probably get them absolutely cooked beyond belief, but I'm just telling you guys, they can do that. They have the power to do that, and that's kind of insane to think about. But that'll do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. Interested to hear your guys' thoughts. Certainly a story that is going to be followed for all year long and probably into the next few years. But again, that'll do it for me. Your thoughts down below. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.